Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Question for you. If you see a crime in progress, would you recognize it's a crime? And if you recognize, let's say that's a crime, there's no doubt it's a crime, would you condemn it? Or would you keep your mouth shut? Now, let's say you condemn it. Okay, that means you are a good and normal person. And you had no doubt that was a crime in progress. But let's say you keep your mouth shut and it's a crime in progress and you don't say anything. You're not a good person, are you? No, you're not. Now, if someone comes and tells you, hey, you didn't say anything about it and you knew it was a crime in progress, now it's time for you to condemn it. You say, okay, guys, I condemn it. Now, that person who came and told you that is a good person who just made you do the right thing, right? But let's say that's not a crime in progress, or it's something that you're not certain it's a crime in progress. You're not certain. You say, man, is it a crime? It's occurring. And you say, well, I don't know if I should condemn it. I should not condemn it. I'm not certain. And someone comes and say, hey, you need to condemn it because it's a crime. And in your head, you're like, I don't think that's a crime. And the person continues, hey, I'm telling you it's a crime. And if you don't say that's a crime, I'm going to put pressure on you. Different kind of pressure. You think, oh my God, what will the pressure going to affect me physically? What the hell is going to happen? Yeah, I condemn it. And you condemn it. You are not convinced at first, but this guy convinced you, if you know what I mean, to condemn it. Well, this is how the world works. When you hear a lot of condemnation of, oh, these countries condemn this, that group of countries condemn that, and then you find out there was a third party coming and say, hey, you need to condemn it, okay? And you condemn it. Now, this happened recently with the Arab League nations. And guess who, what were they supposed to condemn? And who was the third party coming and shouldering them? Hey, oh, you gotta condemn these guys. So this comes from Republic World from today, June 13th, 2022. Arab League nations under Western pressure to oppose Russia, says Secretary General Ahmed Abul Gate. Now, if they didn't condemn it, it's because they didn't probably recognize that's anything that they should condemn. Maybe they didn't recognize being an act of anything that needed for them to do anything. Maybe they didn't care. Maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they were afraid. So these guys had to come and put pressure on them so they can condemn it. So when you look at the United Nations vote and say, the international community condemns, I don't know, the Martians' attack on, I don't know, Venus, then you think, okay, what was the underground of this? What were the connections? Who put pressure on whom? So when you see the voting in United Nations, that's a lot of pressure put by certain countries, the big countries, not only by United States. The United States is by default, but there are some other ones as well. Russia puts pressure, China puts pressure. Whoever has the power, not Indonesia. Indonesia cannot put pressure, right? But these countries can put pressure, especially when they have economic and military power. So let's read this thing. Ahmed Abul Gate, Secretary General of the League of the Arab States, accused the West, they don't say who so far, of pressuring Arab League nations to condemn Russia's military operation in Ukraine. In an interview with the Egyptian Sada Al Balad TV channel, he said, and I'm quoting, Arab League countries did not succumb to this dictate to which they were subjected, and some even refused to vote for condemning the actions of the Russian Federation. The Secretary General further stressed that the West is attempting to, and I'm quoting, surround Russia by persuading Arab League members to join its side in criticizing and opposing Moscow for its actions. I don't think any of you was surprised that this kind of pressure exists and it's exercitated, it's done, it's pushed on countries and individuals. And how do you do that? Blackmail, threats. But if you're strong enough, you don't get yourself persuaded. Or if you're certain that the other side will defend you, then you, shrug off this guy's pressure, because the other guy is gonna be big enough, no, strong enough to defend you in case you get problems with this guy. So this is how the world works. When you hear, oh my God, these guys condemn it. Oh, it's not because they are all moral and they all see the way they want everybody to see it. No, pressure is put. So in Europe, the same way, a lot of bottom feeders in the club are doing it because they have to, not because they feel. Oh my God, I feel I have to condemn. I have to put all these sanctions, put the sanctions on me, on Russia/Russia, because I feel like. You look at the big boss, and the big boss says, "Yeah, boy, you do it right. Go ahead. You're on the right track. So I'm gonna sell you some more weapons, and I make some profit out of you, stupid." So because that's the boogeyman. Uh, that's an example of this, and I'm very glad I just stumbled over this article, which is I don't need to philosophize or say things that I know about, and just say, okay, how about that? How about you? Say, oh, I don't know. Are you talking about Emil? Ah, yeah, you just blow hot air here. No, 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 no. That's an example coming. How's that? From the horse's mouth. And I like this camera, how it changes the luminosity with my movement. Well, whatever. What can I do? Shoot it. Boof, next time. Nevertheless, yeah, it's gonna be a loss, not for me, for the camera. Pretty soon we're gonna how do you call it? End our relationship or cooperation, if you know what I mean. So the Arab League did not succumb to the Western pressures. Not. Let's try to think about who could be the ones who pressure, because they say West or they say Europe, but it's not a monolithic Europe. It's not a monolithic West. There's actually one country that who drags everybody else after it, and that's the United States. NATO is not a defense alliance. It's United States alliance, not alliance, United States club, where it has other people doing what they say they should do. United States has troops everywhere, but those everywhere don't have troops in everywhere, including United States. So Poland doesn't have troops in United States or military bases in United States to protect it from China on the western coast, for example. But United States somehow has everywhere else. So that tells you. In the command, don't expect Romania to have a big voice and say, hey, you know what, Great Britain, shush, I have a seat right now, I'm talking. Yeah, and Great Britain will say, hey, Romania, what's over there? Bonk, knocked out. Next. Anybody else? That's how it's going over there. Hey, shush, 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 Romania. Hey, 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 go back to your little rock where you came from. Crawl back there. That's how they are. What do you think? Oh, we were equal. Look at the European Union, what they tried to do with Hungary, when Hungary did not accept to put an embargo on Russian oil. What did Mario Draghi say? Oh, we can bypass that. We can change the rule. We can't let one country to our decisions here. The bottom feeder, Hungary, what, 11 million people? Jesus Christ. They want to change the rule that they already have just to fit their goal. And that's democracy and justice. Yeah, I mean, things are not necessary. They can be changed, improved, but this was a clear. I'm going to change it because you guys don't agree with what I want to make it such a way that my desire will be fulfilled by changing the rules of the game while we're playing, not after the game. While we are playing, we change the rules right now. Hey, wait, that was goal. No, and change the rules so you make it a goal. So yeah, put pressure. That's how it works. So next time when you hear that, and I'm pretty sure you know this, it's not that they feel like, oh my God, yeah, I should condemn that. No, there are phones. Hey, guy, hand your hand up in that nation next time for that thing, resolution and condemnation. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.